Hello everyone, this is Jenna Jones with the League of Oregon Cities, and I'm here to show you how to track legislative bills during legislative session. First, I'm going to show you how to use my CM3, which is the League's bill tracker, and then I'm going to show you how to use OLIS, which is the state's bill tracker. Both of these have pros and cons. I'll go over that as we go through, and I hope you enjoy. So first, we're going to do the League's tracker, so we're going to go to www.cm3.com. Once you're there, you're going to log in. All of the members for the League have the same login. The email address will be loc@orcities.org, and you can just copy and paste that into the password because that is also your password. Then we're going to hit login. So before we go through the different menu items and what you can do with this, let's talk about why we use CM3. CM3 is the League's bill tracker. CM3 pulls most of its data from the Oregon legislative page, but it narrows down the bills that the League is tracking. It provides additional information about the bills that the League is tracking, including the priority level, who on the League's staff is handling the bill, so you can contact our lobbyists in charge on that. You also get to see a category of what the bill is doing and what the League's position is. So, now that we know how to get there, let's go through the menu options. The first thing that you can do is use the calendar. The calendar is going to automatically start for the day that you're at. So right here, it's saying that it's January 21st, 2019. The good thing is legislative session starts tomorrow. So this is fairly accurate and real time. So if I'm going to hit here, I like to look at things in a week view. You can go longer. Most things aren't scheduled that far out. If you want to see the relating to clause of a bill, hit true. If you want to see this catch line summary, hit true as well. Then you're going to hit the preview button. And so now we can see when something is scheduled. So I'm going to go with the second bill on this page. It has a hearing on the 22nd, which is Tuesday at 1 p.m. And then right here is telling you the committee. So Senate Revenue, and it's Senate Concurrent Resolution 1. The employee in charge is Tracy Rutten, and it's having a public hearing in hearing room C. You'll have to use the Oregon legislative page to find out where hearing room C is, but now you know the date and time of when it's happening. The relating to clause is going to tell you just the bare minimum about a bill, so declaring legislative support for pump storage energy project. If you want to take this to go or print it out, you can totally do that. All you have to do is go up here and then hit export either in whatever kind of file format that you want. So when we do that, then this will turn into a button you can press and then hit export. You can also print it here. So that is the calendar function. The next thing under tracking, you can go to email committees. And for this one, you can choose a committee type. So let's say House Committee on Business and Labor. So it's going to come up with all of the folks on that committee. If you want to email them, you simply hit Email Committee, and it'll pop out into a new email. You can also copy and paste the legislative email addresses. You can or just copy one or a couple that you want to talk to. You can also change the page size here so they all show up. I usually have it on 10, but some committees have more. Next is the reporting tab. So the reporting tab is really the most helpful thing. So the bill log is going to be a simpler version of the full bill summary. The pros and cons of the bill log is you're not going to know which lobbyist is assigned the bill. However, you're going to know what our position is. So oppose 1, monitor 2, things like that. So what this means is we always put oppose, support, monitor, amend as a position, and then priority level is going to be 1 being its high priority and 5 meaning its lowest priority. So right here, House Bill 2001, it's an oppose 1, so we really don't like it. If you want to look at the bill, this is a hyperlink, so if you click this, it'll take you to the updated bill text. Again, with this, you can filter, so you could do it, say you only want to see broadband bills, you want to do it by a priority level, go view report, it'll spit out more for you, or say, and you can choose more than one of these. So housing bills, we've got a lot of those this session. You can see our priorities, or how big of a priority the bill is and what our position is. Like the other things with the calendar, you can export this. So you touch on this right here and you can export it into a PDF or a comma separated value. I personally think this one goes perfectly fine into a Excel sheet, which you'd use a comma separated value for that. And then you just touch it and it'll start to export and you can pull it from down here. Next is the full bill summary. The full bill summary is going to give you everything you ever wanted to know about a bill from the league's perspective. So it's going to give you a summary of the bill. It's going to tell you our position, our priority. It's going to tell you who's assigned to it and what category they have it under. It's also going to tell you the status of the bill. So the first reading happened on January 14th, and it was referred to the speaker's desk. Then it was referred to Human Services and Housing with subsequent referral to Ways and Means. So bills, as this goes on, as session goes on, these will increase and it'll go all the way until the governor signs it. It'll always do the newest thing first, so be aware of that. Up here, you can, again, go by category. You can then, this is different than the bill log, is you can go by employee. So if you're just looking for all of the things that Aaron Doyle is doing, you could do that and hit view report. And then you could go through it. Then you know who to ask. You can do it by priority level. You can do a full summary or just the catch line. So this is just going to shorten that to a smaller summary. You can take off viewing the employee. You can take off viewing the status, so this bottom part. You can take off seeing the priority. You can make this as big or as small as you want. This is also exportable. Just hit this little floppy disk and then you can export it. This one works best going to PDF, not comma separated value or Excel, because it'll make the lines all weird and the formatting will be hard to correct. So that's reporting. Now, the last part of CM3 is useful links. So there's not really a landing page for this, so you can link out to the legislative website. You can do legislative committees. You can go to the audio, video, legislative press release, find your legislator, and citizen engagement. All of these will take you to the Oregon legislative site. So the most helpful I find is legislative press release. On the legislative page for the state, this is really hard to find and it's sometimes buried. So I always like to just press out on this one. So that's how we use CM3. Again, that's the league's bill tracker. You can see our position on a bill, what priority level it is, and who it's assigned to in our lobby staff. Tune in to the next video when we take on OLAS.